Good morning, everybody. How are you? Um, I took a week off to energize and relax, so I'd like to welcome you all back to Timmy Talks for 30 minutes. So please take a minute to click the subscribe button and click the alert button to let you know when new episodes are available. Um, let's talk about it. Yes, we're going to talk about it. It is the elephant that's in the room. It's the elephant that's been in the room for almost 4 years. Now, I know he is exhausting. I know the subject is exhausting, but it must be talked about because once he is out of office, there's going to be clinical studies on how not to let something like this happen again to this country. Um, 45 is an imminent danger to society, um, and possibly to himself, actually. He is exhibiting signs of just somebody crazy. Um, Lord knows what comes out of his mouth isn't productive, and it doesn't help anybody's cause. Um, he, if if you ask me, it's like he's trying to lose. He's certainly not trying to gain any new uh, votes or any new percentages of people wanting him to be president again for another 4 years. He is solidifying his base with hate, division, um, racism, bigotry. I could go on. Uh, Now because the statements he said this week about the military that have been leaked when he was supposed to go to that cemetery in Paris, we all know it's true. We all know it's true because we know Trump by now. I keep saying this again and again and again. He's a bad poker player. He has tells. We see what's in his hand because he basically shows us. He showed us with the post office he's trying to cheat. And now he's been telling us for years that he hated the military, and right out in the open. Now, with Mary Trump's book, that's the niece, she let us in a little bit as to why the family hates the military or why Donald Trump hates it. Because the father hated it, which would explain the 5 deferments from the military. And the irony in it all is, why in the hell would you go to a military-style boarding school if you didn't want to serve your country? The whole thing just looks odd. But there were signs all the way from the beginning, all the way back to Marla Maples' prenup. He put in there if he would pay child support to Tiffany if she would not pay if she got a job or if she joined the military or the military reserves. That's very specific to put in a prenup, don't y'all think? I think so. He has this kind of affliction to the military for years, and all the while wanting to be commander-in-chief of it. Commander-in-chief of it. Pardon me. Still having my coffee. It's just bizarre. It is just bizarre. Anyway, this could either be the Access Hollywood moment for the military in this re-election, or it cannot. We all know it's going to take a lot to stop a Trump supporter from supporting this guy. They are that dug in. I do not know why. It's a mystery. It is. It's a mystery because he's not a patriot. He's not. He's not a patriot. He fundamentally does not understand how the military works or how government works, for that fact, this man literally should not be president on principle. And I guess it's going to be up to the American people to remove him because I'm not going to lie to you. He's not finished saying stupid shit or have had stupid shit come out about him. Now, there have been several books chipping away at the Trump administration, several people who give us these claims of how they talk about the American people and how they're getting rich off of the American people and how they've expensed with presidential norms and how the Republicans in the Senate, who are supposed to be the check, let this happen. Now, I have a theory about all of that. My theory is by now, if you are still co-signing Donald Trump, you either like it, you are participating in it, and you are also benefiting from it. That's my whole full-throated opinion about that right now. And after the military comments, and if you've served in the military, or you are currently serving in the military and you are still a Trump supporter, first, shame on you. And second, shame on you. And third, I just don't know what the hell kind of person you are. You're not a patriot. And it's a little bit treasonous, if I can go as far as to say. I just don't get it. I really, really don't get it. This man has shown his face time and time and time again, who he is, what he cares about, who he cares about. In all these assorted books that have been written about him, nothing seems to stick. Teflon Don, really, maybe? I don't think so this time. I think it's a quiet, silent majority. Because, the new polls are being conducted like this weekend as we speak, because the statement was just made on Thursday. Or the article in The Atlantic was just on Thursday. So, the polling and all that stuff's happening through the weekend. So Monday morning, we gonna know how bad it is for the Trump campaign. We gonna know. He's already unpopular with the military because he's not sticking up for them with the bounties on their head kind of thing from Russia. And to add insult to injury, we find out he didn't want to go to the cemetery in Paris because he had a secret meeting with Putin. Come on, y'all. What the fuck is going on? I read somewhere that Melania is a red sparrow and she's Trump's handler. And, I know it's a conspiracy theory, but it just so fits. Either they're so stupid they're smart, or there's just operating in plain sight, right before our eyes. Something's got to give, because it's like I'm watching Groundhog Day over and over again. I'm looking at myself, look at it every day. It's just insane. Insane. I'm going to leave it all up to you all to decide, though, because it's something. Anyway, that's enough about that, because I'm sure he's not going to be finished saying stupid shit. Oh, right. Michael Cohen's book comes out on Tuesday. All the media outlets have their advanced copies. And I was telling JC, listen, if there isn't going to be anything in his book that gives us hard proof that he's a criminal, I just don't care anymore. We already know only thing that Michael Cohen can do is co-sign what we already know. I need new information. I need him to got today, if you know what I mean. It's just another person in Trump's orbit making money after he's been thrown away by the Trump organization. And if anyone has been thrown away by the Trump organization, it has been Michael Cohen. And if anybody, you know what? They're all making money. I'm not giving them any of my money. They should be telling us about Trump as their patriotic duty, if you ask me, and not making $1 from it. Simon and Schuster is making a fortune off of these people. And knowing Trump, when he's caught, he's going to turn around and spin the narrative as everybody's made money off of me. Okay, that's right, because that's how you set it up. That's exactly how you set it up. Anyway, this is my first digression of this video. I'm sure there'll be many more. Through the rumor mill, Bill Gates has purchased TikTok. So, because if you notice that chatter about TikTok being shut down, it's all went away. In the whole 45 days of finding an American buyer, it's all went away. But yesterday, I heard through an anonymous source that Bill Gates has purchased TikTok. Now, I don't know how true that is. Do not quote me. Like I always say with my followers, please check up on me. The story might not even be out yet. How I knew, a little birdie. And it may not even be true. Because we knew I think Bill Gates is Microsoft. But how it was presented to me is Bill Gates personally has purchased TikTok, not Microsoft. I don't even know how that even works. So we'll keep our eye on that. I just thought I'd drop a bug in your ear about it. Let's see. What else has happened this week? Joe Biden got some balls. Told Trump that he's a son of a bitch. He went to Kenosha, Trump. They both did, actually, but Trump went to Kenosha and staged a photo op with an owner of a store that used to own it 12 years ago, because the current owner said, I'm not getting into no photo op with you. I'm not doing that. Let that sink in. Trump went to Kenosha for a photo opportunity to stand in front of a burned building to reinforce his law and order narrative with the former owner of the building that he sold 12 years ago, because the current owner didn't want to do it. That's how desperate your president is. And those are the kind of shenanigans that's going on in the Trump bubble. Because it's shrinking. It's shrinking. Do they not know? Do they not think that we're going to find out these things? Is the propaganda only for trumpets? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I have stopped arguing with brick walls. And trumpets and trunts are brick walls. These people don't want to listen to reason. And you know what's going to happen, y'all. You know what's going to happen. The I told you so's are going to fly free, because these people belong to families. And the people that stop talking to them, that's the one power they're going to have. I told you so, I told you so. Look, I have 2 or 3 people in my family that have voted for Trump. And I am reserving my I told you so for when I get a big crowd. Big. And yes, it is petty. Yes, I know, but sorry. I'm gonna be petty just for a little bit. It's not gonna be gloating. It isn't. And if I find out later to have eaten my words with this video, I will do so, because I don't mind falling on my sword behind some shit I said. I am just super duper confident that he has lost this one. I know, don't believe the polls. I don't, because they're just a snapshot. But something feels different about this time. It does. It really, really does. And I think as we draw nearer to November 3rd, him trying to cheat, and so I just don't think it's going to be messy, sure. It's going to be messy, but I just don't think he's going to prevail. The courts it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because by design, they have destroyed the post office's mail system to make it slow. And they think what they're doing is ballots that are arriving after the 3rd won't be counted. But that's not how this shit works. If it is postmarked on November the 3rd, It's gonna count. I don't know where he's getting this, where they're getting this flawed logic, but it's gonna count because Joe Biden is gonna make sure it does. And if it gets to the Supreme Court, they're gonna go, well, wait a minute, to the Trump lawyers, of course. You guys were responsible for the male debauchery in the first place. So how you gonna claim mail-in ballots that are still arriving behind a problem that you created? And in the interim, we've got a Nancy Pelosi presidency because it's not going to happen right away. Now, I know you've heard me say all this before, but it bears repeating. Come on now. To ease your consciences and to ease your minds about if he tries to steal the election. This is America, goddammit. They've been voting through duress for years. They fucking had a presidential election during the Civil War. We can overcome a Donald Trump. I know times are different. I get it. I know. But remember, he's also shooting himself in the foot with these mail-in ballots. Remember that. So, and if you listen to all, it's just different this time. I feel that it's different this time. And if it isn't different, I'll come on here, I'll do another video, and I will eat my shoe. I've said that before as well. I will eat my shoe. I won't eat a Gucci shoe, but I'll eat my shoe. Okay, so what else we got? Oh, Joe Biden goes to Kenosha. And he talks to Jacob on the phone for 15 or so minutes, I understand. And then he goes to the church. He meets with, he does what a president is supposed to do. Donald Trump didn't want to meet with the family because she wanted to have her lawyer there. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you want her to have representation there? I think you were afraid of the questions they were going to ask you. That's what I think. And if you are afraid, look what he did to LaDavid, the guy, and his widow. He doesn't know how to. He's not empathetic. The moment was gonna fall flat. But I digress. Digression number 2. Okay, what else has happened? That's pretty much been the whole oxygen of the week. This whole military thing, and him saying he didn't say it. Well, first of all, these sources aren't going to reveal themselves because the real news people over at Fox News, they check the same sources as the Atlantic, and they're real. They're real. They know who said it. Trump knows who said it, actually, because there's only a handful of people that could have said it. These generals that were with him. He can easily pull up the manifest of who was with him that day. And Donald Trump's not that stupid. He knew who he said it to. He knew who he said it and who was in the room. Of course he does. Because liars can recall certain things when they tell a lie. Okay? Now, that big old fat lie he told, that he called back to America to talk to Melania and to tell her how sorry he was that he couldn't make it. Did you conveniently forget that she was with you on the trip, you dumbass? You didn't call no Melania in America. She was with you. And then they try to clean that up. Oh, he meant by calling back to the hotel in Paris. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That was convenient. And then Melania, of course, wants to put her face and foot all in it by saying, that is a total lie. How the fuck you gonna know, bitch? You claim to speak 7 languages and can barely speak English. I'm just sick of these two. I want frickin' frack out. I'm sick of them. I liked her better when she was quiet and we thought that she needed our help. But she's a complicit bitch. Straight up bitch. They deserve each other. She quiet because she's plotting her next whatever it is she plotting. And the book that Homegirl wrote about her, I believe every fucking word. I hope those tapes start dripping out. These Democrats get smart and start dripping these conversations. Because you can't be in a conversation with a Trump and not record them. Because if you are, and if you're in the sound of my voice, you better start. Because they are the ones to throw people under the bus, Jack, because they're good at it. They've been doing it for years. That's their MO. The desperation is showing. Awful people, awful. And I suggest to anybody who has any footage or any tapes or any articles that you've saved, put that shit back out on social media. Remind people who this guy is. Just remind them. Anything. And of course you'll get pushback from Trump. It's, well, that's old. Who cares? He still said it. Remind people that he did it. I've been posting everything in my arsenal that I saved to remind folks that this dude is got to go. Because remember, there's shit he's done we don't even know about yet. Conversations he's had with Putin and shit that we don't even know about yet. They've been allowed to cover it up. And when all that shit comes out, y'all, I'm telling you this, since he's broken presidential norms and done things for the first time in history, this could be the first president to go to jail in American history, and rightfully belongs there, behind his criminal activity. And Bill Barr, oh my God. Oh. He belongs in jail too. Bill Barr has broken laws, you guys. I'm sorry, he has. He, at the very least, needs to be disbarred. No pun intended. It is awful. Awful. The corruption that has been allowed to go on. And mind you, when you shake that tree, all them bad apples are going to fall out. Because all the Republicans that have co-signed, birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. So, there's that. So get registered to vote. Make sure you... Oh, voting has started. North Carolina, they voting. Go early, vote. Do it. Get it in. It is your duty. I'm telling you. Because tomorrow, I'm starting the Go Out and Vote campaign. Timmy's Go Out to Vote campaign. Every day. It's going to be a sieve. I'm sorry. It's going to be overkill. I am pushing the vote. I happen to think it's going to be high voter turnout anyway, because these Gen Zs are pissed off. I don't think the Trump campaign really fully realizes the force these kids have. They hate him. They hate him, and they are eligible to vote, and they are in numbers. They practically have ruined his online campaign. They've ruined it. They're the silent majority. And I just don't, I'm sorry, they mad. I don't think the Trump people realize what's headed their way with these guys. I really don't. He'll see, though. So if any Trumpets happen to be watching this and you subscribe to this channel just out of shits and giggles, you better tell your friends. You better tell your friends. Because Gen Z is coming for Trump. They coming for him. And that's all I got to say about that. What else we got? There's been a rise in anti-gay things on the internet, which doesn't surprise me. To anyone watching who subscribes, who happens to be LGBTQ plus, and who doesn't have the wherewithal to offset a bully, keep your head up. Remember, it's a power thing. They're trying to assert power over you. First of all, words are words. I know some of the words hurt, but they're just words. And my great-grandmother always say, it's not what you're called, it's what you answer to. So if you give it any oxygen, they're winning. They're winning. If you are being your authentic self, posting videos on social media, and you're getting hate for it, that means it's working. Something about your life makes them so uncomfortable about their life that they have to bully you for it. Keep your head up. Laugh your way through it. Show them that it is not working. Okay? Because, you shouldn't have to go through life blocking people all the time. There's this thing called the Jedi mind trick. I know you know it. Throw that shade back their way. And if you're just learning how to throw shade, you'll get better at it. You will. You will. Fuck off is very powerful. It really is. And then block them. That's my strategy. I read them very well, and then I block them. Plain and simple. And if you're getting a lot of hate, then that means it's really working. And it's always... I very rarely see white girls or women bullying gays. It's always a straight man. It's... And we know where that's driven from. It's deflection, and there's a little feeling that he thinks you're a little bit cute. Or she thinks that you're a little bit cute. What else could it be? What else could it be? That's just a little tip from me to you. I mean, being professionally gay for many years, I am very confident in my skin, and I don't think that I'm offended by anything outside the normal racial slurs that offend me, But other than that, water on a duck's back. Whoosh. And if you show them that you're not, and most of the time they don't bully you twice. They think it's a game. They really do. And most of these people bullying you, there isn't a way that you can retaliate anyway, because there's no picture in their profile. They don't have any followers. They just do their little hate and they run. So we're not giving that any oxygen. I hope that advice helped. So I'm back on my regular schedule, guys, every Sunday on my channel here. Once again, please click subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can know when I have posted a new episode. Once again, I want everybody to register to vote. You should be registered by now anyway. If you're not, shame on you. What the fuck? It's a pandemic. What else you got to do? You can do it online, for crying out loud. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you know where your polling place is. And for crying out loud, don't mail your ballot in if you fear that it won't get counted. Hold on to the damn thing and drop it off on election day. Take it to your Board of Elections. Make sure your vote counts. Come on. And for crying out loud, don't try to vote twice. Don't be an idiot. Come on. Certainly by now, everybody has looked up voting twice and know that your ass will go to jail if you try it. Certainly by now. Certainly. You know your ass will go to jail. But anyway, I'm coming up on my time now. So hopefully this was a good chat for you. It was for me. And I'm going to see you all back here on Sunday for the next episode. Follow me on all of my social media outlets. I'm on Twitter, Lord Timotheus. I'm on Instagram, Lord Timotheus. I'm on TikTok, Lord Timotheus. I have just follow. Follow, like, and share. That's all I got to say. I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a great week, and remember, vote.